Hey guys, welcome back to Midwestern Dawn. If you are new here, which you should be since this is my second video, I hope that you will subscribe so that you can join me on my journey to finding beauty products that I love, and I hope that you enjoy today's video. So my first video, I talked a lot about kind of where I come from, what I'm doing here, like why I'm doing this channel. And I talked about how part of the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't have products that I love that I can say that these are my favorite products of all time. And that's true. I don't have a lot of them, but I do have some. So I thought that before I started getting into doing any sort of testing of any other products, I would go over and just show you which products I currently love and which ones I currently would recommend and have no problem saying this is a great product. And that way you kind of see, because these, I'm not going to be testing these things on camera, but you will know, like, if I'm using on a daily, like, this is probably what I have on or whatever. Like, these are the products that I use regularly. Most of them I have been using for years. Some of them are newer to me. I will mention it if they're newer to me. But I'm not going to go into detail. When I do individual testing, I will kind of go into more detail about what the product is, their price, you know, all that stuff. But I will have everything linked down below. So if you are interested in looking into one of them, the cost of it, or, you know, the reviews of it or whatever, you can find that down below. Otherwise, this video is going to be like forever and a day long. So I didn't want to do that. I'm just going to kind of touch on everything. I got everything laid out in front of me. So we'll start with makeup-y products. I only have one actual makeup product, mostly because makeup products to me are the ones that I'm probably going to be focusing on the most for testing. So I didn't want to kind of say, like, I think I have ones that I love and I have favorites, but like, I want to do the test first before I kind of ultimately say, yes, this is a 5-star product, I love it. But I do have one. This is my one that I'm putting in this. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. It is a lightweight mattifying powder. It is in transparent. This was a recommendation that I had seen a long time ago by Allie Glines. She talks about this. She wears it. It is so cheap. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about the cost, but I can't remember what it is. It's like $4 maybe. I don't know. I buy it on Amazon. It is so cheap, and it is such a good mattifying finishing powder. I love it. I use it pretty much every day. I will throw it on at the end of whatever makeup I'm putting on, just as a finishing powder. And then if I am going to touch up throughout the day, I will use this if I can. My one complaint about this is the packaging. It honestly is just terrible. There's got this like cheapy, you can hear, plastic lid that literally, like, it's supposed to, like, it's got like little things on it to try to keep it on, but like it pops off so easily. And I have had this shatter on me because I grabbed the lid wrong and it comes off and it falls off the counter. I would never ever put this in my purse to go somewhere because I know it would not last, this packaging. So that's my big complaint. Like, as my favorite finishing powder, like, I literally can't take it out with me to touch up because I don't trust the packaging on it. So if, like, I would pay more money for this to be in like a compact. Doesn't need to have a mirror, doesn't need to get fancy about it. Just something to close it and make it safer to take out places. But this, I love this product. It's a very, very nice finishing powder. The other ones that I have are not really makeup, but they're tools. I have a lot of brushes and stuff, and they're fine. Like, to me, brushes are brushes. I haven't found any that I could be like, these are amazing, I really love them. Maybe they're out there somewhere, but they're fine. But these particular products I love. So the first one is this one I have been using for years. The e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. This is an unused one that because I got the 2-pack. So this is what it looks like dry. This is dirty because I used it, but this is what I used to put my makeup on. You can kind of see the difference. It's so nice, so soft. It blends out beautifully. It's cheap. It lasts well. Sometimes I buy a sponge and I like it at the beginning, but then I wash it and then it kind of falls apart on me, which is fine. Like, I don't think it's like the be all end all if you kind of like rips apart when you wash it, but like for me, like I'm not buying it to use it a few times or however long it's going to be before I wash it. So if it lasts, like this will last through a wash. These are my favorite. I have tried other sponges. I will say though, I've never tried a beauty blender, which seems to be like the thing, but I have tried a lot of drugstore ones. This one is by far my favorite. This is the one I will always go back to, and this is the one I will always repurchase. This next one is newer to me, I will say. I've had these maybe a couple months. They're from Amazon. They are these, you know, triangle, I don't even know what they're called, powder puff kind of things, I guess. I have never up until this point used anything other than a brush to apply powder, but I kept seeing everybody talking about these. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on an expensive one, so I bought, I think that's like a 12 pack. It came in a box like this, and then they come individually wrapped inside, so like they have black ones and white ones. I don't really know why you need two different colors aesthetically, I guess. This one is the one I use, so it's dirty. But these make such a huge difference. Number one, in my under eye, and number two, in my T-zone, especially my forehead that gets so oily. These smooth out so nicely. They improve application dramatically for powder in those areas in particular, and then I usually use a brush on the outside of my face that I don't care about as much, but under the eyes and up here, they work so much better than a brush to smooth out and to mattify. And I can't believe that I didn't start using them longer ago than a couple months. Like these, and they're so cheap. I wish I had looked up before I did this how much everything was, I can tell you, but they're super cheap. I'll have them linked down below. You need to check them out. Yes, you can buy more expensive ones. Like I know that Beauty Blender, I think, makes one, and you know, I'm sure that they're good too, but like these are good. And they're cheap, and you get 12 of them. So like I'm not going to worry about throwing this one away when, I mean, I'm getting kind of close, I think, to using up this one. I mean, I suppose I could wash it. I don't know if you can or not, but they're kind of cloth, kind of like. I don't think I would want to wash these. But anyway, they make a huge difference. If you have not tried using this for powder, try them. That's it for makeup and makeup tools, because like I said, I'm going to be, you know, trying, wear testing and everything. So I'm not going to be spending time talking about products that I know I'm going to test later. So next is hair care. I only have 2 hair care items, mostly for the same reason. I am testing a lot of hair care products, and honestly, I don't know if I have any within my current collection that I'm going to say I love, but maybe I'll be wrong. One thing is this spray, the Schwarzkopf, I guess how you say it, got to be glued. Blasting freeze spray for blasting hold, spike cement finish, screaming hold. This stuff is amazing. I have been using this for years. I use this for when my hair is wavy to try to give myself a better hold. I use this for a texture spray to give me some volume and lift. I use this if I'm doing like an updo where I want my, like, I can spray a little bit less. It's a little bit less of a hold. Spray a lot, like you got a helmet on. And sometimes you need a helmet on. Like this is the stuff. I use this for everything. The only complaint I have about this is I personally have never been able to get through a full bottle because eventually, because it is such a heavy duty stuff, like eventually this will clog up. And I've tried everything I can think of. I've Googled how to fix it, and I've never been able to get this working properly again. So like I've used maybe half of this bottle. Like I don't know how much longer I'm gonna get out of this because I can see like all of it, and even if you try to get it off, because it is kind of such a hard hold, like it doesn't just come off. I don't know if that's something that makes it a bad thing, but it's just a bit of an irritant that I can't get everything out of that bottle. I will say too, for Colton, he's got obviously shorter hair, and a couple times for like crazy hair day at school, I have used that to spike his hair like out like wild, and it holds like crazy. So this hairspray does a lot, and it definitely holds. So that is by far my favorite hairspray that I've ever used. This one is a blow dryer. So this is the Revlon one. I know other brands make similar ones. This is, I think, the original. It's pretty big. I am definitely not very into blow drying my hair. I'm not into heat styling my hair. I'm very much a air dry kind of person. My hair is air dried today. Like, it's mostly a, number one, it's a time thing. Like, I just don't want to take the time to do it. And number two, it's a hair health thing. I don't like to use a lot of heat on my hair, especially since it is so thin and fine. And I do keep it colored, so I don't want to like use tons of heat on it. But I do occasionally like a smooth, sleek, blown out look. And I was terrible. Oh, so terrible. Try to do it with a regular blow dryer and like a brush. Like, no, it's not going to happen. I do not have that kind of coordination. I wish I did, but I don't. Especially since I don't do it that often. So I got this as a Christmas present last year. So it was like 10-ish months ago for my sister-in-law. Thank you, Kara. And I love it. I love it so much. It's so easy to do. For somebody like me that does not have that coordination, like, it makes it so easy. And I think my hair looks so smooth comparative to when I try to do it myself, like with a brush, because I'm all over the place with it. So that one, it's a little pricier. Like I said, I wish I'd looked up the prices. I didn't. But it's totally worth it if you blow dry your hair on a regular basis and you're looking for something that makes it easier. Now, my hair is super thin, so like I literally could blow it dry in 10, maybe 15 minutes if it was really wet. So if you have thicker hair, obviously it would take you longer, but this I feel like would make it faster if you had thicker hair, just because you are literally just brushing through with it. But I could be wrong. But for me, it goes really fast. All right, the rest of the products that I have are skincare. Skincare is the biggest category for me, partly because I don't intend on testing skincare items on camera. So I pick the ones that, you know, I've already kind of tested, and I don't really need to do any sort of background or like wear test on it because it is what it is. However, it also is partly because skincare is something that I have been doing my whole life versus like hair and makeup and stuff I've kind of only gotten into in the last few years. But skincare I've always done. So I have more things, but we'll go through them. So first off is this, the Garnier Micellar cleansing water. This is the all-in-one. They have a bunch of different, this is the only one I've ever used. Obviously I've used a lot of it. The bottle's almost empty. This is a great product. It removes makeup really, really well. I personally like to use it kind of as a secondary go-in, especially if I have like I have a lot of makeup on, especially on my eyes. Like, I will wash it off, whatever method I'm using, and then I kind of go in with this and kind of just make sure that I have most of my makeup, if not all my makeup, off before I wash my face with the cleanser. I will also be using this, which you will see in the future, when I test out, I'm going to test out, for skincare, the only thing I will test out is makeup removers, cleansing balms and stuff. So I will be using this as kind of like the test to see how well it worked by using it on my face after I've used the cleansing balm or whatever I'm trying. So this will make an appearance. So I thought I'd mention it. It's a very good product. This next one is new to me. I started using this, it's been less than a month. And I kind of debated about putting it in this because I haven't used it long enough to, I feel like when you're talking about skincare, especially face care, like it takes a while for your skin to kind of, I don't know what the word is, overturn, you know, regenerates itself or whatever it does. So I haven't passed that, so I don't know like long term, but I've used it enough to know that I really, really like it, and I think that I think it's gonna be fine. Like I don't expect to have any problems. If I would have had problems, it would have been already, like breakouts or something. It is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel with hyaluronic acid. I was looking and I was researching, because that's what I do, and I was reading a bunch of articles about good moisturizers for oily skin, because I find that a lot of the ones I've used or tried are just too heavy duty and they make my face more oily. They seem like they do. So this was one of the ones that I saw multiple times recommended. So it comes in a jar, obviously. It's kind of a weird texture. Like, I don't think I've ever used something from like just a moisturizer, it's blue, that is not like a, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, kind of, not like a lotion, you know, like a white lotion kind of situation. But it feels so nice on the skin. It blends in really nicely. It feels cooling, which is amazing when you're putting it on your face. It does not have any sort of sheen or anything, at least not on me, because I don't really need something that's glowy because I glow enough on my own. So this one has really kind of been a game changer for me, honestly, with my moisturizing, because I didn't realize, at least, I don't think I realized until I tried this, how much I didn't like my other moisturizers. Like, I thought they were okay, but then I saw this one and then I was like, this is amazing, I love this one. Like, oh, why was I using all this other stuff? It is a little pricier, and it's not, I don't love the jar. It's not my favorite. But I mean, just make sure your hands are clean before you put your finger in, and it's fine. But like, I love it, and I think it's definitely, even though I haven't used it for that long, like it's going to be my go-to moisturizer for my face. All right, so for face too, from a sunscreen perspective, I have struggled a lot with face sunscreen for many years before I got into this. I would just use whatever sunscreen I had on my body, which I never researched or anything, and then I would always complain, like if I went on like a vacation and I had to wear a lot of sunscreen or reapply a lot of sunscreen, and then I'd complain, oh, why is my face so broken out? It's because I was using the same stuff. And then I started researching things when I got into this, and I was like, well, they make sunscreen just for your face. Like, I didn't know that. The things you learn. So anyway, my current favorite, and one I have been using for a long time now, is the CeraVe AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. It has broad spectrum SPF 30. It is, I think it's a mineral sunscreen. I think it only has mineral sunscreen in here. It is a good lotiony kind of sunscreen. It doesn't have its hints. I think I took a video or picture, I don't remember. I'll put it up. It does leave a white cast on me, and I do have fair skin, but it's not a terrible white cast, and it does sink in after you give it a few minutes, and it will sink in. Now if you have darker skin tone than me, I can't speak to that. Like, maybe it doesn't for somebody with darker skin tone, but for me, like, it does go away, and it's not like sometimes you put it on so thick that you can't rub it in. It's not like that at all. It's a typical kind of, the back of my hand is going to be nice and moisturized, typical kind of thick lotion kind of thing. Now, I do think, I think you can use it just as like your moisturizer. I just use it as my sunscreen though. Now, I do not use it, I use it as my daily sunscreen. I don't use it for like like I said, in case like if I'm going on vacation, like if I'm going to my Disney World or something, like I prefer SPF 50, which I don't know if that makes a difference, but I prefer it. And I have not found one that I like, but for like an everyday moisturizer, I mean sunscreen for my face, this is my favorite. It's been my go-to for a long time. All right, next, this is for body moisturizing. They do have a facial moisturizer, but I've never used it. The Vanicream Moisturizing Cream for sensitive skin, free of dyes, fragrance, masking fragrance, lanolin, parabens, and formaldehyde releasers. That sounds good. Anyway, this is such a thick, like I said, the back of my hand's gonna be nice and moisturize. This is my favorite all over body moisturizer. It is a really thick, like you can really coat it on if you have dry skin. It's really nice. I have to put it on my arm a little bit here because it was too much for the back of my hand. It is, yeah, I mean, you can smell like lotion, like, you know, like kind of like that generic kind of like lotiony smell, but it definitely doesn't have any fragrance. I love that it has a big bottle and a pump. I love a good pump on a moisturizer because it makes it so much easier than like a squeeze tube or something. This is amazing. It is, like I said, by far my favorite all over body. I probably should try their facial moisturizer since I do like this one so much, but I parked on this one, so we'll see, maybe in the future. But I don't have sensitive skin, so I can't speak to whether or not it works for sensitive skin like it says. But this is really, really good, really nice for after shaving too. Like I use this after my shower when I shave, and it helps so much with that situation. Just all over. Like this is a great moisturizer. Okay, last product before I get into like my absolute faves. I have the e.l.f.'s Working Hands Cream. They also have, I think it's called Healthy Feet. I don't have that right now, but I've used that too. I'll link that one down below too. I have really bad hands and feet. Feet, I have dry and cracked. I'll get too much information, but I get like heel fissures and stuff that really can be painful. I don't know why. I don't have an explanation for why my feet are bad, but I need to use a really thick moisturizer on them. And I have used the Healthy Feet for a long time. I usually put it on and then I put socks on. I put it on in the morning and at night. Same thing with the Working Hands. They're very, I mean, they're different. I don't really know what they're different, but they're very similar in consistency. It's a very thick, it's really, really thick. And it works really, really well. Once again, to moisturize my arms here. It works really, really well on really dry skin. Now my hands, I only usually get dry hands in the winter because Midwestern winters are very dry, and I'm an over washer, a bit of a germaphobe, and I wash my hands like a lot. You can see like how red, and honestly they'll bleed, and it's really bad. So I will do the same thing with the Working Hands. I have gloves that I have next to my bed, and I'll put it on really thick and then I wear the gloves to bed, and that does help a lot. I've used these for years and I love them. They're very good products. I don't have any complaints about them. But moving in to my, what I call holy grails, there's 3 products that I adore. Like all these other products I love. Like they're really good. I'd recommend them. But I could also see myself kind of like, if I found another product, like if I found another hairspray I love, like I would say, yeah, I love this hairspray. They're both really good. These products that I have, like I find it very hard to believe that I would find products that would surpass them in their categories, because I have used them and I love them that much. So one of them goes along with the hands and feet. It is the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula with Vitamin E. Heals, softens, relieve rough and dry skin. This stuff is like new to me. Like, I feel like I've only been using this for a few weeks, and I literally, like, the whole thing is gone. This stuff is amazing. I love this stuff. I found this actually, I'm susceptible to clickbait, and when I see articles and stuff about different, like, beauty products and stuff, I will click on it. And there was one about, like, old school products that have been around forever that still are worth it, that still are really good even amongst the sea of all the other new products out there. And this was on there, and I was like, oh, I'll give it a try. Like, I'm always looking for nice new stuff for my hands and feet particularly, and this stuff blew me away, and I love it so much. And I've only been using it like a few weeks. It's a weird, almost, I don't even know how to explain this either. Like, it's a weird, like, almost waxy, like, waxy. I'm doing it on my other hand. Like, it's not like a normal cream, and it rubs out so beautifully, and it it almost like warms up the skin. Like, when you're rubbing it in, it warms up the skin. Now, I will say, it's very shiny, almost like an, I don't want to say oily, but I think it's got to probably be the vitamin E, maybe. No, that would be the cocoa butter, of course. Anyway, I would not put this on my hands and then, like, just go out and about, or my feet, like, if I wasn't gonna wear socks. Like, this is definitely a before bed, put my gloves on, or put on my feet. I usually put it on my feet and then I'll put socks on, and if I'm wearing socks, I'll wear the socks until it's sunk in, because, like, I would not want to have this on. It's very, you know, oily, but it works so well. My feet and my hands have been so much softer, so much less crack, so much less pain, honestly, because they can hurt when they start cracking and bleeding and stuff. Like, they will hurt. This works so well, and it's, once again, super cheap, and I don't remember what it was. I bought it at Walmart. I gotta wash off the palms of my hands because it's gonna irritate me. But that product has, within a matter of weeks, become like a holy grail. Like, I love it. I love it so much. And if you have any sort of super dry skin, it probably would work really well for elbows too, but I don't have issues with my elbows at this point. Anywhere that you have really bad skin, like, that would be amazing for it. Just like I said, don't expect to, I don't know if you can still see it, how shiny it is. Don't expect to, like, put it on and then go about your day, because it definitely is not the type of product that sinks well. It sinks fast into the skin, but it feels really nice and it works really well. All right, so the next one, this was actually, honestly, the Vanicream, I think, was on that list too, but I had already been using the Vanicream, and this product was on that list too, of the old school products, except I've been using this like my entire life. It is the Dove Beauty Bar, the original Dove Beauty Bar with Deep Moisture. This is a brand new one I just bought. This thing has been part of my routine, honestly, since probably I was a kid. I have gone to other soaps, I've gone to other body washes, I've tried all sorts of stuff, and I always go back to this, always. I have at periods of time too, throughout my life, used it as a face wash. Usually I've done it when, I think in both my pregnancies, because my face was just so inflamed that I had needed something super gentle, and I did use it then. I don't normally, but you can. I use it as a body wash. It is so amazing. Like, I don't know, I can't even explain it. It does have a scent. I don't know if it's like officially a scent or if it's just the smell of it. So it's moisturizing cream, a plant-based cleanser, no sulfate cleansers. And this is old school. Like, I don't know how long this has been around, but like, it's been around for a long time, and I've been using it forever. I mean, that's like 30 plus years that I've been using it myself. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It smells like the Dove Beauty Bar. Like, if you've ever used it, you know what that smells like. I don't know. I can't even, like, I don't know the reason behind it. I find it easier to work with than body washes. I like the bar soap better than the body wash, and it lasts a long time, and it's super cheap, and it is super moisturizing. I've never had any sort of problem with moisture or drying out. It does I know some bar soaps don't wash off completely, or like they leave like, you know, like a coating on you or something. I've never had that happen with me. It just has been my go-to for so long, and I had to mention it. Not to say that I wouldn't use another body wash, or, you know, I probably wouldn't use another bar soap, honestly, but I would try other body washes just to see. But like, at the end of the day, this is what I always go back to, and this is my favorite. So, all right, last product, and this is honestly like my be-all end-all product. Like, if I had to pick one product out of all of these, and this is the only product I could use for the rest of my life, this would be it. That sounds super dramatic, but it's true. The Aquaphor Healing Ointment, Advanced Therapy for Dry, Cracked, or Irritated Skin. This is my favorite product. You can use it for all the things. You can use it as a moisturizer, you can use it on your lips, you can use it for slugging, you can use it for... Colton got a cut on his lip the other day because his little brother threw the dog bone at him and cut his lip, because that's what it's like having little boys. I put this on his lip so that it would heal, and it healed. I think this stuff is amazing. Also, this is my preferred, like, this is what, like, if you watch a video in the future, hopefully you will, with me and my lips look shiny, this is what I have on them, unless I specifically say that I have something else on my lips. Like, this is what I have on. So like, I have a matte lipstick on right now, which I don't love this lipstick, but I have it on. Like, you just put like a tiny bit on, it gives such a nice natural kind of glow to the lips. I'm not a huge fan of glosses and that kind of stuff. Like, I would much rather put this on, and it's super moisturizing. Anyway, this is my be-all end-all product, my favorite. That's it. Those are all the favorites I currently have. This video is longer than I was hoping it was going to be, but that's okay, because I wanted to go over all the stuff with you guys. So going forward, I will be testing products, all sorts of different products, and I am going to figure out, you know, at this point I kind of have an idea of how I want to structure everything, but we'll see how things evolve and progress over time. I think that I will find favorites among my other products that I have. Like I said, I want to test them first. These are the only ones I didn't feel like I had to test. And I really hope that you will join me, because this journey is something I've been wanting to take for a long time, and I really hope that you enjoy coming along with me and maybe you will find products that you love too, based off of what I'm doing. And that would be awesome. So I hope that you will subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button to be notified of when I do post a new video, which I will hopefully be doing on a regular basis. Please like this video and comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And these are my 5-star products, and I'm hoping that I find more in the future. Bye.